Hey all, good morning and welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here and this is the morning show. I haven't had a chance to look at the price action in the pre-market sessions, but we'll get to that very quickly. But to more important things on hand before I proceed into the technical analysis, I think Bluebird Bio is poised to do even better because they still have the Eli-cel approvals to come up. And there are other genomic companies also who are very close to getting an FDA approval. So I think even though overall the market seems to be at a high stage and likely to fall down with profit taking, I think some select companies in the genomic sectors might still resist the drop and continue to go up further. So that's my personal opinion, of course, not financial advice. With that said, let's get started with our morning show. Here we are in Nasdaq futures, and I'm going to select the one-day candles here. These candles are all 1 day each. And this is today's candle, the red candle that is sitting on top of the 200-day exponential moving average and the 9-day exponential moving average. So it's getting tremendous support out there. Momentum is also pretty high, but it's slightly flat. And MACD is still bullish, even though it's tending towards the signal line. And pre-market, we have a gain of 0.04%. So if I was to draw a bullish line out here to just mark the trajectory, we seem to be testing a bullish line out here, and if we break down from there, which is going to be very difficult because we have got very, very strong support, but in case we did break down there, 20-day exponential moving average is going to be our next level of support. And if we bounce back, we are going to try to aim for 13,712.75 today. So that would be the target. And then we look at the MACD. As I mentioned earlier, MACD is looking bullish, but still tending towards the signal line. However, the momentum is above average. It's pretty high, and it looks a bit flat, but can turn around anytime and push the MACD further into a bullish territory. With that said, let's go and have a look at indicators. US oil is still in the bearish channel. It's being pushed down by the 9-day exponential moving average, and it has broken out of the $88 horizontal line of resistance. So today I'm expecting that it's going to be pushed down by the 9-day exponential moving average or the diagonal line of resistance for the bear channel, and then it's going to test the support again at 88.00. I'm going to mark 88.00 as a support. So with that said, let us look at the MACD. The MACD is still bullish, and the momentum is below average. That's the reason why I think that will still come down. Let's look at QQQ. QQQ has fallen just below the line of support at 330.05. So I'm going to mark that as a resistance. So this is a negative development from for the index from yesterday, we have support from the 200-day and the 9-day exponential moving average, exactly like what we saw with the US oil, and that's going to hold for today in my opinion, because MACD is still bullish. However, the momentum is above average and pointed down. Because momentum is above average, I think that we can turn around. Pre-market, we are already up 0.14%. So if this continues, maybe in the first part of the day, we may see the prices going up, and then we may potentially see prices falling again, because most of the indices would again touch the overbought status, and then they'll start cooling off. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen with the QQQ. We are going to be range bound between the 200-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 326.97, and the horizontal line of resistance sitting at 330.05. So that's my prediction for QQQ today. S&P 500 is still on the diagonal line of support of a bull channel, and I'm thinking that it's going to stay above this today. Right now, pre-market, we are already up 0.16%. The MACD, however, is bullish, but the momentum, which is overbought, has just about entered the 70% line. So there's going to be a bit of sideways movement, and we do risk a danger of testing this diagonal line of support of the bull channel a bit more severely. And in that case, we have the 9-day exponential moving average, which is waiting to provide us support. And in case we were to bounce off the diagonal line of support here and move upward, then we have a resistance which is sitting at 429.85, and it's likely to constrain us for today. With that, let's go and have a look at IWM, which is up 0.29% in the morning pre-market, and it's just above the diagonal line of support here. And again, today we are likely to break down below this diagonal line of support unless we have room in the momentum in the RSI to stay within the overbought level, or we could be overbought for the day, and then towards the end of the day we could start cooling off. One of those two possibilities are there. In any case, if we did break down below the diagonal line of support out here, then the 9-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 196.24, is the next level of support. And then the 200-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 194.43, is the next level of support. So those are the two supports available to us. Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 0.10% pre-market. And again, I'm going to draw a bullish line out here, which is actually providing the support. So this diagonal green line is going to be the line of support. We have the 9-day exponential moving average sitting at 335.46, which is going to be the first level of support, and the resistance is going to be 341.37. So I think that we are likely to moderate at least towards the end of the day. So flat to slightly negative is a prognosis for most of these indices, in my personal opinion. If you look at the VIX, VIX is started higher than yesterday, but it has come down. It's been pushed down by the 9-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 20.37. Currently, we are at 20.14. We want to come and stay below this diagonal line of the horizontal line of support at 19.75. We want to breach through that and go below. We haven't been able to do that for quite a while now, except for briefly on 12th of August. So we want to go below that to restore a bullish trend to the market. Put call ratio is still in the bullish side of the fence at 0.90 as of close of market yesterday. XLY plus by XLP shows that yesterday was a risk-off day, so we should see the genomics down. US dollar index again has started higher but has fallen down below the range, into the range of the price which it had on the 17th of August. So this in my books is a good move. Let us look forward to further downward movement of US dollar index because the momentum is falling, but it's still above above average. But the moment it comes below the average level, I think I'd be confident to call that there'll be further falls in US dollar index. Right now, the way it stands, 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average are the supports for the US dollar index, and they are sitting at 12,928.94 and 12,933.22 respectively. So that's where we might end up at the lowest for the day. Then let us go on and have a look at the index movers. The first stop is going to be at Amazon. Amazon is up marginally 0.13% and it's getting support from the 9-day exponential moving average. The momentum, the RSI is below the overbought status, so there is plenty of room for it to move back up again. MACD is also bullish, so let's hope for a bullish run for Amazon, which can in turn push the indices towards being positive. Next, let us look at Google. Google is also up 0.11%, and it's fallen below the line of support we had at 121.16. So I'm going to mark this as red, and this is going to be the prime resistance for today. And if we break through that, then the 200-day exponential moving average is going to be the next resistance. But if we did break down below the horizontal line of support, which is the sitting at around 121.16, then we are looking at the 9-day exponential moving average sitting at 120.28 to give us support. Right now, the market is at 120.45, slightly above that. And the next level of support is the 100-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 119.26. And after that, we have 119.55, which is the horizontal line of support. So there is plenty of supports available. MACD is still bullish. Momentum is still above average. So it can turn around and give a jump. So Google is also going to try and help the indices stay green today, at least for the market open. If you look at Apple, Apple is down minus 0.27. Apple has a big oversized influence on the indices. So this is a downer for us at this point of time. but Apple is still on the bullish channel. It has got plenty of room before it can fall out of this bullish channel. So before that, it will get support from the 9-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 169.91. Right now, we are at 174.08. So technically, Apple can fall a significant amount before even it hits any supports. And as such, I think that it could tend to push the markets towards the bearish side. That said, let us look at Microsoft. Microsoft is up marginally at 0.05%. Again, it's doing pretty well overall, and it has got plenty of room before it can be overbought. MACD is also bullish. So these index moving stocks are all mostly predisposed towards sending it towards the green end, except for Apple. Now let's look at the crypto. Crypto is looking bullish today. Bitcoin is up marginally 0.31%, but it's waiting to take its cues from Nasdaq. If Nasdaq goes down, expect Bitcoin also to go down. Coinbase is up 0.78%, sympathetic to Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin goes down, so will Coinbase. So that's where we are with the crypto world. And then looking at commodities, wheat has started to taper down a little bit. This is a welcome change. It can help us with the food inflation situation. Copper is marching up slightly a bit. This also is within the range that I'm looking at, and I think this is also good that the economy is healthy. Now let's go on to look at genomics. I'm going to sort the genomics shares so that I have the biggest losers on the top. DNA lost big yesterday, and it blew through at least 2 exponential moving average and 1 horizontal line of support, which was at 3.33. All of them have now become resistance. Its next line of support is at 3.20, and we have MACD, which is still bullish, and we have momentum, which had suddenly fallen sharply, but it is still above average, and pre-market we are up 0.61, so we could trace back our losses. And let me see if there is any news article that pushed it down. I don't see any major news articles out here apart from its net loss widening, which was 2 days ago on the 15th. I think it has already suffered enough from the 15th. So I think it's time to turn back upwards again and stay above 3.33. Right now we are at 3.28. So we need 5 more cents to settle down for the days. That's what I think might happen. That's my personal opinion. Teladoc is down minus 8.87 from yesterday, but up 0.36% today. Still staying gingerly above 35.28, which is a minor line of support. I'm expecting that we'll fall down below that today, unless the overall market picks up, because the momentum is below average and the MACD is bearish. Intelia was down minus 7.18% yesterday, and today pre-market it's up 0.72%, and we still have resistance, which is going to come from our horizontal line of resistance at 60.88. That's our next level of resistance, and it's combined with the 50-day exponential moving average sitting at 60.91. So it's going to be very difficult to break through that. MACD is also bearish, and the momentum is also pointed downwards. So it's going to be a tough order for Intelia. But given the fact that we had a big drop yesterday, there is going to be a dead cat bounce, at least for the first 6 shares out here, DNA all the way up to ARCG, because they have had the biggest drop. Especially DNA is likely to get a dead cat bounce back. So that's what I would expect there. Beam is down 6.29%, again a candidate for dead cat bounce. Pre-market there are no trades, and we are just below average out here on the momentum, and the MACD is also bearish. But the 200-day exponential moving average should provide a very strong support today. I would expect Beam to bounce back from this 200-day exponential moving average and test the 20-day exponential moving average, which is at 62.47. That's what I think should happen for Beam. Editas is down minus 5.88%, again a candidate for dead cat bounce. Pre-market we are down minus 0.74%, and we are at 16.20. And we have blown past the 100-day exponential moving average at 16.34, which is the white line out here, if you can see it. And then it's got support at 50-day exponential moving average sitting at 15.88. So Editas is likely to come all the way down to 15.88 today before any further moves upward. So I think that's the bottom line for Editas today. The MACD is bearish, and the momentum is also below average. So those are also factors I have taken into consideration while forming this opinion. And CRISPR Therapeutics is down minus 5.42% as of yesterday. Pre-market, it's up 3.36%. We are likely to bounce off this diagonal line of support, which is coming from earlier bullish pennant. And failing that, we have support from the 100-day exponential moving average. The MACD is bearish and the momentum has fallen below average, but that can change today because CRISPR is definitely a much better stock, and it has got enough strength to bounce back. Next, let's look at ARCG, which is down minus 5.13%. Again, a candidate for a dead cat bounce. It's being supported by the 50-day exponential moving average and the horizontal line of support at 36.91. Pre-market, our MACD is bearish, and the momentum is slightly above average, but it's pointed downwards. There is no trades pre-market for ARCG, but I'm thinking the bottom line for it today is going to be 37.27. PACB is down minus 4.87%, and it's being supported by the 9-day exponential moving average, which sits at 7.43. Pre-market, we are down 2.76%, and we are at 7.40, which means that we are blown past the 9-day exponential moving average by around 3 cents. And therefore, our next support is going to be the 100-day exponential moving average, which is sitting out here, which is this white line out here. And I think that's what we'll have as the bottom line for PACB today. Next, looking at Allogene, which was down 4.64% yesterday. Pre-market, there are no trades. We still have a momentum which is above average, and MACD, which is bullish. So I'm hopeful that we are going to try and test the 9-day exponential moving average when the market opens, and with the bottom line being the 20-day exponential moving average sitting at 14.94. And then let's go and have a look at Invitae, which is down minus 4.49%. It has formed some kind of a consolidation pattern out here, and since it's on a upward trajectory, I think we are likely to break upwards. So today we need to break out. Pre-market, we are flat. Momentum is still above average. MACD is still bullish. So I am predicting that, it's my opinion that today we are likely to test the horizontal support at 4.04 and then move on our way up, and we'll be challenged with a 9-day exponential moving average at 4.27, and then we'll be tested by the 100-day exponential moving average at 4.91. So that's what I think is in store for Invitae. And if you look at IDNA, it was down 3.27% yesterday. And pre-market, there are no trades at this point of time, but momentum has fallen below average and MACD is turned bearish. But we are still getting a very, very strong line of support here from this diagonal minor line of support out here, as well as from the 50-day exponential moving average. So as well as from the 100-day exponential moving average. So it's a very, very strong support. I would expect us to bounce off from this, given that we have been dropping for 2 continuous days and it's been a steep drop. So that's most likely to happen, and the 20-day exponential moving average will be a challenge for us, and we may be constrained by that. That's my opinion for IDNA. IMTX is down minus 3.26%, still on a bullish channel, still plenty of room to consolidate. I won't be too much worried. MACD is bearish. Momentum is falling down, but it's still above average. Pre-market, there are no trades. So I think that IMTX will continue to stay on the bullish channel. It may consolidate a little bit because it had a very steep rise. I think the consolidation may also be coming to an end at this point of time, and we may bounce off the 20-day exponential moving average when the market opens. That's my personal opinion. Caribou Biosciences up Caribou Biosciences is down minus 3.16%, and it has formed a kind of sword out here, and it has pierced through the 100-day. Sorry, it has pierced through the horizontal line of support at 5.17, and it has also managed to touch the diagonal line of support, which is this diagonal green line, which has been supporting our bull channel for a while, and it's gone up again. Pre-market, there are no trades, but I'm expecting that we will stay above the horizontal line of support of 10.04, and we'll also get support from the diagonal line of support out here. And the momentum is very strong, and the RSI is overbought at this point of time, so there will be a bit of cooling that is required. MACD is still bullish. The cooling might potentially take us closer to this horizontal line of support as 10.04, and then we'll bounce back up again. Our ultimate target is to break through this 200-day exponential moving average. Illumina is down minus 3.10% as of yesterday, and pre-market there are no trades. It is poised slightly above 210.87, which is the first line of support for us. And today we are still above average on the momentum, so I'm holding out hope that we are going to bounce off this horizontal line of support, which is sitting at 210.87. And then we'll be challenged by the 20-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 214.88. So there's a small window within which the price movement can take place for Illumina today, in my opinion. Verve is down minus 2.82%. It still has got support at 33.69. Pre-market, we are down 2.02% and sitting at 35.39. And I think we'll stay above this horizontal line of support, 33.69 today. And the MACD is still bullish. Momentum, which was overbought, has just cooled off, so there is still a bit of runway. So even if it wanted to cool down a little bit, it may come down potentially $1 or $2, but it will still stay above this horizontal line of support at 33.69. Next, let us look at SQZ Biotech, which was down 2.44% yesterday. No trades today pre-market, and it still has support at 3.02%, which it's going to test today before bouncing back. Regeneron, I'm going to skip Regeneron, Vertex, Pfizer, and Novartis because these are all big boys, as I say. Bluebird was up 3.04% yesterday, and today pre-market it's up 10.62%, and it's sitting at 7.40. It has blown past the 200-day exponential moving average. I'm going to mark 6.86 as a support out here, and I think that today we are going to convert the 200-day exponential moving average into a support. Bluebird has a lot of things going on for itself. So let me get back into my screen before I talk about Bluebird. So those of you who had not seen the press release yesterday or my video yesterday, here is the news which is actually pushing the Bluebird share prices up. The US Food and Drug Administration has approved Bluebird Bio's gene therapy, which is called as Eli-cel, now marketed as Zynteglo, for adult and pediatric patients with beta thalassemia who require regular red blood cell transfusions, that is TDT. This is the first news that pushed it up. The second news that is pushing it up is this press release, which shows that Bluebird is moving immediately to commercialize and get it to the market because they need the funds coming in. So this shows that there's going to be an immediate spurt in revenue as soon as they put the infrastructure in place. Of course, the price is quite prohibitive, but there will be ways in which the price can be subsidized. Those things will also have to be worked on, but there will still be quite a few people who are willing to pay the price to get the infusions in place and take the treatment. So this is the second boost point. And the third one is that we still have Eli-cel, which is expected to be approved somewhere around middle of September. So watch out for that. So there is going to be a little bit of boost in the Bluebird share prices in the next few days. That, my friends, brings me to the end of this video. I hope you like this video, and I hope you are enjoying all the greens that you're seeing in select genomic shares. It's only the start of the trend. There are other companies which are also likely to get FDA approval very soon. So we are in for some good times. Of course, the market is overall volatile. We are in difficult economic conditions because the Fed is tightening up the funds, which has always been instrumental in bringing down the share prices. So always keep that in mind and be careful how you invest. If you like this video, please press a like out there. It helps YouTube promote our channel to other viewers. It will be much appreciated. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help us grow this channel for everything related to genomics and some thought-provoking videos. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.